Welcome, everyone. We are live. Welcome to Millennial Mom. Hi, John Guy. How are you? First up, I see. Welcome. We'll wait a moment or two to see if other people join us today. I'm sure they will. I'm gonna put my phone on silent. How was your day today? I hope everybody's doing well. It was a pretty good day. I think so. So, not too bad. Not too bad at all. Comments. You hot?
Am I hot? No.
Oh,
I'm tired.
yeah. It's tiring. It's hard to film late. It is, and then work, and then come on. But hey, we do it for our wonderful subscribers. Day
I'm
one
not talking about
and new
just
ones.
tired
Oh,
of
well,
it.
I am.
I'm talking about tired of men at first sight. That's
I
what
mean,
I'm tired
hey,
of.
that's a completely different
No,
ball game right there.
different ballgame. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're
You
here
use that
for.
right there. I know, but still.
Anyways, hi happy mode.
Hi, happy mood. You want to use that right there?
Nope.
Okay. Don't use it then. We'll wait a few moments for other people to join in.
You know what you should play?
What?
What's that called? Digital
Underground?
Thunder Force.
Digital Underground. I can't. We'll get copywritten.
You can play a little bit. Wish it was Friday. Same.
Almost. It's Friday Eve, right? That's supposed to make it feel better. Friday Eve. I know. Not really, but kinda. Yeah. Let's see. Go to the Aftershow. Let me turn myself down so I can read comments faster. Did you pin it?
No, you couldn't.
Okay.
Well, Mom.
How many episodes do we have left? 4, I believe.
No, we should have 5.
Oh, with the tell-all
5
reunion?
plus the reunion. So that's 6. Because it's always 15 episodes.
Oh, yes. Hi, Benny. Yeah, 2. Oh, no, that's wishful thinking. No, because technically this is only week 3, even though it feels like it's week 15, 20. This is only week 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
you're the only one surprised by that.
What?
That how much time has not even gone by.
I was very surprised. I was actually a little upset last night. I was like, what week is this? I thought we were much further along than what we were, honestly. It's just been a whole bunch of stuff that just, man.
Hi, India Michelle.
Hi, India and Michelle.
India and Michelle.
Mhm.
Yes, I know the YouTube channel. I've seen it before.
Yes, we have seen your channel before. So, too many episodes left. You're exhausted. Yeah, I think that's an understatement. The exhaustion, the just being over it, just the what's going to happen this week, not just really with Chris and Paige, but just really Ryan and Clara, Haley and Jacob. There's so many other couples that's like, you know, what's going to happen?
Yeah, just let Chris and Paige go. I mean, that's kind of their moneymaker right now, because if they didn't have Chris and Paige, the whole season would be extra boring. And I thought, what season was that? Oh, when they had Mika and Michael, I can't think of what their names were, but they were the Caucasian couple on there. And I thought they were boring every single week. The other 4 mixed with Vinny and his attitude problem.
No, you talk about Jessica and Austin?
Yeah.
Yeah, you did think they were boring. I bet you wish they were on this season to give you something like, I wonder what quirky they're gonna do this time. You know?
A little bit.
The grass isn't always greener. So yes.
Well, overall, Mom, let's just start on
Okay.
this episode.
All right.
What are your thoughts about this episode? And then leading to whatever couple you have the most beef with.
Beef. Well, we know who I have the most beef with. I think that's most couples, but it's changing because the beef is what, you know, we all pretty much expect it to be or to see by now. But overall, just like I mentioned in our review, like I'm kind of bored with the episodes and the season and stuff like that, because we're not getting anything new. We're not learning anything new. This is, I mean, really week 3. I mean, there's lots of couples that are starting to crack, but really we haven't seen the backstory stories of how they got to crack, because we've seen so much of Chris and Paige, honestly, in my opinion.
And how they cracked.
And how they cracked. So this whole season is just, I just can't believe just all the stuff that they've thrown in, like the exes and stuff like that. It's it's entertainment for you? Okay. But that's how I feel. How do you feel before I lead into the first couple I want to start with, which would be Haley and Jacob?
How do I feel? Well, I kind of feel a little bit better as the episodes has gone on, because Chris was really the person who bothered me since episode 2, when we really got to see him. But now, I decided to let Chris go finally, like Paige should have, and not let him bother me, because he's going to continue doing what he's been doing. He's just there so he don't get fined at this point, honestly. And Paige, for some reason, wants to keep going because, God made this covenant for her, so she has to keep going with it. So it's like, sis, if you don't keep going with it, you're going to keep going with it. He's going to keep doing the outlandish stuff he does, and I'm not going to stress and just watch it every Wednesday at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, there's nothing to stress about with Chris and Paige anymore. I mean, we've seen what she signed up for. We see what he signed up for, and just let it go. Just watch it now. So, Hi, Paw Prince. How are you today?
I'm fine. How are you guys?
Good.
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
I'm still looking busted, so that's why my picture's not up.
We'll see you one day. Okay. Don't worry about it. We got shows left to
do. Yes, ma'am.
So,
yeah.
We can start off with any people. I was going to start with Haley and Jacob, but what's your overall view of last night's episode first?
Oh, God. Chris in his tight pants. And he thought
that's
just by
put
on a colorful top, he was gonna camouflage those little tight pants. No.
It was
That's every week. Hey, Devontae.
How you doing?
Hey.
Go ahead and finish.
I guess I'll start with the obvious, Chris and Paige. Chris and Paige, I feel like he really doesn't want to spend time with her, but he's just spending time with her because she just won't shut up about it. So he picked something, I guess, like for neutral ground for the both of them, because he knows she will be more into Bible study and all of that. So that's why he picked something like that. He didn't say he would take her out or they can go for a walk. None of that. He's keeping her indoors. So and she's not even seeing through that. So okay, when he came in and bought the little chicken in the little plastic sack, whatever, he thought he was doing something by doing that, So, and then he wasn't even really ready for the Bible study. He saw how you do it. You say the prayer. You start the Bible study. So it's like he's not even really there. He's just doing it just to be doing it. It's just, oh God, he just going through the emotions at this point because she just keep latching on. She keep latching on. Nothing that he does is making her, she's like she's like a gnat at a picnic or something. Like you just keep shooing away, but they keep coming back.
Right.
So so he's just going through the motions. That's what I think about Chris and Paige right now. I mean, because she's rolling her eyes and everything. She's not doing it in front of him. She's doing it on the what is it called?
Confessional.
That's not doing anything. That's not letting him see how aggravated you are, how bored you are. So you're doing it for the audience. You're not doing it to him, which is where it counts.
Exactly.
Right. So how do you feel about last night's episodes before we get into the specific couples?
Oh, you talking to me?
Oh, no, not me.
Yes, Devontae, how do you feel about this overall episode before we talk about any specific couples?
It was okay. It was still stupid to me. It was just like, I mean, it was like the last episode 0.0. Like, it wasn't really nothing.
Yeah. Do you like this? These are like filler episodes because we pretty much, in my opinion, seen what we're gonna see. To me, I think the show will like come back to life. Really, is if
Right.
we see his family come in to bring some kind of noise to Paige and to Chris, because otherwise it's just like we just watching the show.
Right.
That's just my opinion. So okay, well let's start off with. You want to go? Okay.
I want to speak on what Paul Prince was saying about
Okay.
Christopher, because even though I said he made me mad, he did make me mad a little bit, but not like he used to. Because that whole down with Dr. Vivian was like, why did he even come? Clearly he came for the cameras. Because the 2 days that they had that plot twist of a reset,
Right.
call her, do no social media, nothing with her. And now he comes with Dr. Viviana and says, I want a picnic. I want to go on walks. He wants to do all this other stuff. But it's like he's laying back. He was on his phone the whole time, chilling.
Yeah.
What do you mean you want to do something? You don't want to do anything with that girl.
No,
It's so
he doesn't.
annoying.
He's
Well, the only
trying
thing I
to
know
look good in front of them. When he actually shows up to speak to the professionals, he's gonna tell them anything that he thinks that they want to hear. That's how he got on the show in the first place, and she definitely called him out on that too. But he has no intentions of doing anything outside of that apartment. I don't think so. I mean, I know I've seen the scenes for next week where he's gonna be teaching her a little basketball or whatever the case may be, but no, he wants to keep her indoors because guess what? All he has to do is say a couple of things. She's gonna throw a smile, and the bedroom is what, a couple of feet away.
right.
So it's just right there. But he's not gonna
Bible
treat
study.
her like he would treat any other young woman because he
Right.
doesn't want her.
Right. So, like I said earlier, Bible study for him equals body study. That's how.
Yes.
And the only thing they're resetting is like they phone, they watch your computer, because they're not resetting no relationship.
Daylight savings.
Right. So,
I mean, he told her after 8 o'clock. What is that? That's
well,
the
you know
whole
what that is. He can't say
Yes.
2 o'clock because then that'll sound like a true booty call. But you know what?
Exactly. Yes. I mean, but
Same thing.
yes, it's the same thing. But I'm like, oh my God, does he have to make it any clearer after 8 o'clock? And you're not taking out to eat or anything.
And
you know
then
what
he
I
said
mean?
he want to get food. I don't want to watch TV. I don't want to play no games. You know what I'm trying to come do? I'm trying to see the body, and I'm trying to leave.
Yeah,
Right.
he said
I
he
don't
don't
want
want to
to be.
see.
He don't want to be
He don't.
seen with her on the town. That's what
No,
it
and
is.
he
He don't want to
said
see her.
he said he don't want to see an action movie. He want action. I caught that.
Yeah, I caught it too.
That's what passed me. I just want to listen to what Chris said.
Paige just need to pop his bubble. Be like, you really think you cute, don't you?
She ain't gonna say that because she thinks he's cute. She does. She think he's attractive. She does.
No, Jesus told her that he's attractive. Paige don't.
I think he every time they meet, he wants to be the one to throw a bomb in there. And the bomb last night was buying that vehicle. He could have just said, I bought her a new car. He wanted to say what type of car it was.
He was
and
lying.
all of
He
that.
ain't got no new Benz money.
Is it a rental?
Yes.
Yeah, you doing the Atlanta thing. You got her a rental. First of all, your girl, that girl ain't got no money. She real low on money for one because she ride sharing. She ain't even got her own lift. She's sharing with other passengers. So
right.
You talking about first of all, if she can't afford a car, you gonna get her a Benz. She ain't gonna be able to afford that insurance in Atlanta.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Right. I knew I should have screenshotted it. So I was on the Married at First Sight Facebook page, and they got all the business on there. So they have the Instagram post of Mercedes talking about the car that she got. It was a real Mercedes. So, I haven't had a car in a long time, so she was really thankful for it. I wish I would have screenshotted it.
Did you see the car?
Yeah, the car was in the picture. It's still rental. People
People take pictures of rentals all the time.
Right, rappers do it all the time. Stand on top
on
of
the strip
Lamborghinis,
right
they
now.
rent.
You could go get a luxury
Wait, hold
Lamborghini
on.
right
So
now.
are you trying to say Mercedes was fronting for the gram?
Yes.
They gotta keep up their facade. That's all.
Yes. He
Wow.
wearing Hollister. He wearing Hollister.
They definitely get their story
Come on, don't nobody
coincided.
wear Hollister no more. Even broke people don't wear Hollister.
Yeah, you can rent a car. You know that. You can rent a luxury vehicle. You can take a picture. One people do it all the time. Celebrities use them for they
And he made me mad as soon as he walked in. I said, "Why do he look like a teenager?
Yeah, all those
Like
colors
his whole
and stuff
outfit
like that.
was teenager. He looked a little sweet. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like,
Yeah, and even down to the shoestrings. So I was like,
I was like,
wow, they got
oh,
a
he got
whole
all that
bunch of
pink
colors.
on. He
Who's
is
he
in
trying to be
Atlanta.
hip?
Maybe that's why he don't want Paige. Yeah, it's all making
Yeah.
sense now.
Just the whole outfit. But do we really think Dr. Viviana ripped him like he should have, or did she kind of like give him a pass? Because I feel like she gave him a pass.
She did. She gave him a pass. She did. She started on a good foot, but then she didn't. She fizzled out really, really quick. Really quick. I think she kept looking at Paige. I think she wanted more information from Paige, even though she probably already knows it, but she probably wanted more information, more feedback from Paige, at that point, because that's who she was looking at. She even had her body turned towards Paige, like, okay, say what it is so I can get him now. You know what I mean? But she wasn't giving her that.
I just had a whole problem, as you all know, from the very beginning with these experts. We already know that Pastor Cal came to talk to her, right? With deep conversation. So it should have went to all the experts, right? So what I want to know is she should have came in with guns blazing with Chris, not like, oh well, maybe this. There's no maybe. There's no maybe in the situation. Like Pastor Cal said, they can't make Paige leave. But I think they should have gave her the out to have her leave. Like it's no longer your choice to leave. You understand what I'm saying? Because this whole situation is toxic. It just is.
But she did ask her, and she said it in front
Hey,
of
Ronnie,
Chris.
you can help me, Scott.
Why are you still here? Basically, is what she was asking her. Why are you still here? And Paige, of course, gave a God answer, something, whatever it is that she said. But she asked basically the same thing as Pastor Cal asked. Why are you still here? So at this point, I'm like, get it, Chris. Get whatever you can get. Get whatever you can get. Because I'm so over Paige now. You know what I mean?
He's doing it anyways. I just thought that was real interesting. Like, he likes for her to say grace over the food. I thought that was interesting. He didn't have nothing prepared for Bible study.
I know.
First of all, why is the heathen trying to go to Bible study?
Right.
Because he's
Hello, have a good night.
Why wouldn't he?
I don't know. But it's just like you said, if you don't have nothing prepared, well, neither do I. So
yeah, he didn't come there with the intentions of preparing everything, because he knew she was going to take the lead, because he said Bible study, and of course she did.
Yeah. Right.
He knew she was going to take the lead.
I just don't like the fact that even with the experts, it always seems like it's everything to accommodate Chris. What can Chris do? Well, what can Paige do for Chris? Because Paige is simple, as she said. She's simple. She only wants a phone call once a day. And Chris is over here like, I don't want to be pressured over a phone call.
Exactly.
Paige is going out sad. You making all the compromises. He don't want to do nothing. He don't even want to talk to you once a day.
Right.
Once a day. That ain't even nothing. You could just call. He can call you in the morning and be like, all right, here go my one a day. All right.
Yeah.
Right.
And what is this greeting that he keeps giving her? What's up, yo? What is that?
It's like, what's up? And then every time he sit on the couch and every time she asks him a question, like,
what's up, yo? I mean, that's what you say to your boys. I mean, that's not even a good greeting from a man to a female. You know what I mean? What up, yo? What is that?
No. That's how she
there. I was sitting there watching it with my wife, and she was like, if you ever greeted me like that, talking about what's up, I ain't one of your boys.
Yo. Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
What is that? No respect.
But that's don't call me, I'll call you kind of thing. And when I do
Yes,
call you, it's gonna be after 8.
it's gonna
And
be
you know what's
after
up
8.
after 8.
After
That's
8,
right.
right?
That's right.
I don't know. That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but she's accepting it. And, you
Yes.
know, I hate to write people off, like I said before, especially like a black love couple. I hate to write them off, but there's nothing more you can do for her. If she don't want to go, if she thinks this is so ordained and she's doing her duty,
I'm writing them off.
there's nothing more you can do. So just like watching them on the upcoming episodes, and again, this is just week 3. Can y'all believe this is just week 3? Week 3
Mm-mm.
out of like
Yes.
Yeah.
10?
Yeah.
I feel like I've been watching this for about 6 months because
Exactly.
everybody is just physically drained when you watch it. You know what I mean? And you just
Yes.
and nothing changes. I could see if something changed, but nothing changes. So it's just like, I hate to say it, but it is what it is. But it's like, go ahead, Chris. You done tried to shake her off in every way humanly possible. So if not, then
Right.
go ahead on and continue to dog her out. And I really do hate saying that. I really do. But
Yeah.
get what you can get until she gets tired.
And
But
I
you know
think,
what else
go ahead.
he said?
Yep, go
I'm
ahead.
sorry,
I'm
what else
sorry.
he said when he came over? He's like, oh, okay, no, put this food anywhere. This is your spot.
Mm-hmm.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
He said, this is
Yeah.
your spot.
136
Yeah.
out there.
The
Yeah.
joint, the joint place. I was like, see, he's been
Right.
checked out. This is your spot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This is your spot. He don't, he has lost. If he, I mean, I hate to say it, but he has lost even more respect for her.
Mm-hmm.
Now, just look at from the beginning. I think all the grimy stuff that he did do to her, he still was, spending a little bit of time with her and still was talking to her and still being around her. But now it's at the point where he doesn't even want to be around her. He has lost all respect for her. Number one is because she keep making it so easy for him to come back. And no man don't like that. They like a challenge. You know,
Right.
they like a challenge, but she got up last week to tell him that she was done, and he just sat there and pulled out his phone because he was so confident that she'll be back. And guess what? She was back in less than 5 minutes. So no man don't like that. At least let him wait a couple of months before, you know what I mean? Just let the chase be on something. But no man don't like that if the chase is too easy. So he has lost so much respect for her.
Right. So this shows that this is a habit for her. Like she's
Yeah.
this routine with other men she's dated, because remember when she learned about the pregnancy, she's like, oh well, I could be a step parent. Like who says that to a
That's not
stranger?
what you just said. She said she's not new to this. She's true to this.
True to this, yeah.
Boom, right?
Mm-mm-mm-mm. She said that was a bonus. She said it's a bonus to be a
A
step
bonus
parent.
mom.
Which yeah. But under those circumstances, that's not a bonus.
Yeah. To a
That's
stranger,
not a
not to a
bonus.
stranger.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. Mm-mm. A bonus is if they already have a kid and you get married. That's a bonus, stepmom. You know what I
Right.
mean? But
Hmm.
not the way this came about. That's not a bonus.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
So how about let me
stupid.
play devil's advocate with this,
Okay.
Christopher. Should we take all of this happening since he was born in '92 till him getting married and after, and him finding out about him having a baby into consideration because he's depressed?
No, 'cause let me tell y'all, let me answer a question from my end. 92. Okay. If y'all don't know, I have 2 kids. She's the baby. My oldest was born in 92. So when he said that, I was like, what? You talking from 92? What you mean? He said something like maybe 2014 or something, but not two when you was a baby and you was just growing up. Chris is looking for any type of excuse himself be the subject of everything, because everything always rolls back to, like I said, to Chris. It always goes back to what he wants and how he's feeling, because
Mm-hmm.
he's navigating this process to benefit him when really it's not, because we're watching, we're like, what's going on? So no, not to be depressed. He's manipulating the system, and I don't understand why Dr. Vivian and all the other experts haven't come in unison to be like, look here, player. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. He needs a Steve Harvey in his face. That's what he needs. He needs a Steve Harvey in his face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
Steve full of crap.
Well, about mentorship, that mentorship part, because clearly Pastor Dwight is not really his friend. So who really is Chris going to listen to other than Chris Sr.? And the last thing we need is another cameo from somebody in Chris's life. We don't need that.
Right.
We don't need that nonsense anymore. So
I mean, look, his mother is not even putting him in the category that he should be in. She's bigging him up, you know. She's not going saying something about I can't believe my son and his behavior. No, she's protecting him. That's why he's grown up the way he has.
Yeah, that's a big part of it. His dad is an influence too, along with whatever else he's depressed about.
Yes,
allegedly.
Both of them.
So
I wasn't surprised. And to respond to DVG, yeah, we do keep hearing they do have a $100K fee if they do leave. But it's like, can she at least, say that she want to be separated from this man and live her own life, go hang out with Virginia, get drunk or something? Something entertaining, not with Chris.
No, but also with the 100,000 fee, whatever the fee is, even if it was $1, Paige not going nowhere. She's not going nowhere. Because Pastor Cal said it again. They offered her the out. She said no. This was ordained. She's not going nowhere.
No, she's not.
She's gonna write it out. Serious. And he just said words. She don't understand. He just said words. He's supposed to be a God-fearing man. He can't even pray over food.
Thank you.
He doesn't want to because he don't take her serious. He don't take her serious.
Right.
It doesn't sound sincere when he's talking about her. Even when he said a couple of episodes back, oh, she prayed on me because, I talked to my grandmother and all that. That didn't even sound sincere. It didn't.
Right.
Because you can't sit there and tell me he would have respect for somebody and all the stuff that he has done to her and she's still hanging on. So she's a woman of the cloth, I guess you could say, but he doesn't have any respect for her and he never will.
It's really sad to watch. I just like you, I just really don't like to, bring down comments because we don't see the representation in our community as much. So it's really hard to talk negative about it, but this is what we're presented. And honestly, I'm just ready for the reunion.
I want the cabin scene where all the couples come together. That's always the best episode.
Oh, you think that's still gonna happen?
Yeah, they were in Vegas together.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna happen.
Well, we'll have to see. But I'm ready for the reunion. That's honestly ready for the reunion. And the next show that's coming on, and then the next show that's coming. Because this is it's a fail. They took an L on this season. They just did.
Yes, they did.
From Chris and Paige for right now. How about let's bring up Haley and Jacob? That's my favorite couple because I'm like, what you crying for, Haley? What you crying for?
Oh God.
Absolutely
she
not.
Can't be hurt.
Hurt for what? No.
I do not like
on the Karen tears for me. Like, I'm working so hard. I'm working so hard for working hard doing what? Being gone on your honeymoon, being at Pages and not texting. You bought him some clothes, stuff he wear anyway.
I mean,
you don't stay in the same room.
She gave the man some booty, okay, and then she bought him some clothes.
Them clothes was terrible.
And she's trying. She be trying to have conversation with him, but all he wants to do is talk about the 80s.
This is like the Charlie Brown moment right here. I hear you talking, but I don't hear you talking.
But it's true. I mean, that's on a defense of Haley. I changed my thinking of Haley with this episode. Yes, I have, because she don't want to be in a relationship with Jacob. It's clear to everybody. If they didn't see it until now, like me, you should see it now. And even Dr. Viviana also sees it, because she's like, she doesn't want to say in front of his face that she's unattracted to him, but she keeps saying it to him in like different ways. So we are.
No. She's already said she was physically unattractive. I mean, when you're unattractive physically, everything else falls in line. You don't have to be like, oh, I'm just not attractive. She's already said it. Remember in the kitchen, that's when she went to Pages to give him some extra time. So
But when
I
she
don't know what
talks
she's
to
trying
her
for,
friend,
honestly.
but when she talks to her friends and when she talks to the professionals, when Dr. Viviana was telling her, well, why don't you, try kissing him in the morning or holding hands or whatever. But then she said she was going to try. But then what was it? Later on that night, he was like, well, could we do this? Could we do that? She was like, nope, 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 nope. So
Yeah.
Jacob has checked out. You can see it all on his face. And she definitely has checked out. But I wouldn't be me if I didn't call her the same name that I call her every time I say her name, which is that flat face, pie face woman. I don't like her. I still don't like her.
I don't like her either. What do you think, Devontae?
I think she like damaged goods, to be honest with you. It's nothing nobody can do. She already, like, once she writes you off for stupid stuff. Like, you don't know him, but how you gonna write him off? Oh, he ate onions. Like, dude, this is week 1. You don't know him. Get to know him. How you know you
Right.
don't like him? You haven't tried. You ain't tried to do nothing with him. You've been separating yourself from the guy since you got on the honeymoon. How you gonna sleep with him? And then you slept with him, talking about you to see something, and now you don't want to even kiss him no more. How you expect him to feel? You want him to just get over that? Like, I had sex with her, now she don't even want to give me a hug. I'm in the other bedroom. We supposed to be married. I'm not about to sleep in the other bedroom. I got a whole house with a pool.
Right.
If I want to sleep in a bedroom, I can go there. Why am I here for? And you told Dr. Viviana yourself, I look for the stupidest thing, and then I always, well, I'm gonna be better for the next man. You need to go see a therapist. You don't need to get married. And then you keep on bringing up that excuse. Oh, my boyfriend was 6 years ago. Girl, you was 21. That's holding your life back from 21. You act like you 38, and that was 17 years ago. Like, it was 21. Let it go. Like, what happened? I'm confused. Like, I just
don't
wish
know.
In love with. I think she's still in love with that person. I really do.
Yeah, and Jacob tried. What's his name? Is it Jacob?
Yeah.
Jacob.
I got it right. Well, he really trying, and I'm like, bro, I feel for him. Like, the doctor, how you doing? The doctor did. She tried everything she can do. It ain't that. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Dr. Viviana even came back and was
1505
and was talking to her, and she just will not. She don't want to say it out of her mouth, but her actions speak. She just will not admit it to her friends. She won't admit it to the professionals. She will not come right out of her mouth and say that one sentence, which is, I don't like him, period.
Right.
She won't say it. She refuses to say it. She does.
Right.
But what do she like is what I'm trying to figure out. It's not making sense. What do you like
in a man?
I'm trying to figure out, what does Haley want in a man? I don't understand.
Oh,
like Happy
It's like,
said,
you're not saying, the only thing you're saying about him is you don't like the way he dressed. Other than that, I mean, I don't understand what's the problem.
Well, the dress in the 80s, but also the 80s stuff was only like in one room. I mean, there's lots of people who collect things or whatever they do. They have a whole house full. I mean, I've seen hoarders. Have you?
I haven't seen no 80s stuff.
I know y'all seen my Instagram post. My uncle got a dang on slot machine in the living room.
Yeah, well, that's normal out here. So. But we don't have one. But that's normal.
Right.
I haven't seen any 80s stuff besides his house. I haven't seen it. I mean,
it wasn't even a house. It was more like a man cave.
Yeah. So I haven't seen it. She keeps talking about it, and I haven't really seen it. You don't see it in all his clothes or anything like that. And I feel like when they're trying to have a conversation, she already knows that he's socially awkward. So you take the lead. Why is it so, hard for her to just take the lead? Just continue the conversation. Just keep coming up with stuff, you know? But she doesn't want to do that. So they both just sit there.
Yeah.
But to me, it's like Dr. Viviana pulled out her phone, read the questionnaire. So based off of what she put on the questionnaire, it's clear that maybe they thought it was an issue. So why even think she was a matchable if you knew that this was a possibility of her doing something because she said it on the questionnaire? So it's like, why is she there?
Right.
If she's gonna picture people who she probably thinks isn't right for her. She would do that with
Right.
anybody because they're a stranger.
Yeah.
Right. And she does, and I feel as though she even does it with somebody that she meets on her own. She'll find flaws to pick them apart. She has said this out of her own mouth.
It's
Right.
stupid. Like, oh, he
You
sneezed
know?
wrong. I can't do it. It's something about that
Yeah.
sneeze.
So
I just
it's
can't get over it.
it's it's
Right.
just
They had a little bit too much chew in that squeeze, you know.
yeah. It's
But
just a
that's
matter
why
of
she's
time.
single. Yeah.
So just go through life saying you just want to be single for the rest of your life. Just do that. I think she just got tired of being always the bridesmaid at all her friends' weddings, and she wanted to try it out for herself, knowing deep down that she wasn't ready for it.
Exactly. So I saw a comment earlier, and someone referenced that Jacob, they feel that Jacob is negative versus Haley. What do you all think about that? Do you think Jacob is negative?
I think he
Um,
feeding off her energy.
Mm.
I think Jacob is too real to keep on keeping up with this fake. He can't do the fake stuff. He can't do it. And I feel
Right.
him. I cannot sit there and be fake with you all day. You keep on trying to ask me stupid questions. We ain't even got over the main issue. You don't like me. Just tell me you
Right.
don't like me. Why you keep trying? What we trying to get to know each other for? I don't need no more friends. You see
Right.
my friends at the wedding. I didn't get married at first. I didn't do married at first sight to meet a friend of mine for the rest of my life. That's not what
Right.
I'm here for. That's what you here for. I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
Why we wasting our time? He doing what I would do the same thing. Like, why we keep talking about the same old stuff? You don't care what I did today.
Right. I
right,
agree.
right.
Yeah. I'm not sure what context they put the negativity from Jacob in, but I don't see Jake as negative like at all. I just think, Jacob is over it. He knows the vibe isn't there. He knows, like you said, like we can all see, like she don't want to be there. She don't want to be around him. She don't want no hug, no kiss, no dinner, no nothing. So I think that's what he's
Nothing. Yes. I mean, just put yourself in his shoes just for a minute and just be like, have you ever just been around somebody that you just don't want to be around? You know what I mean? And it's you don't want to talk to them, you don't want to look at them, you don't want them to breathe, you just don't want to be around them. And that's the vibes that she gives me when she's sitting there talking to him. You know,
right. Mm-hmm.
she
And
don't want to
and
be around him. She
and then
don't.
she agreed to do the morning kiss and the night kiss. And then when he was asked for it, oh no, no
She
kissing,
said
no
no,
hugging, no cuddling. Like what?
nothing,
So
Yeah.
nothing.
why you gonna lie in front of Dr. Viviana? And the next time she come, Jacob need to be like, hey, now that thing you said we did, you suggested we do. We
Uh-huh.
got to the bedroom. She said no. So I don't. What am I
Exactly.
doing here?
Yeah.
He
Well,
just
Yeah.
she
he
does the
just
same
tired of
thing
the
to.
BS.
Yeah, she does the same thing with her friends. Even if her friends suggest something, or if her friends say, "Okay, is that it? That's all you're saying?" So
Right.
she wants to be a certain way around the professionals and her friends, and say, "I'm trying. I'm just really trying. It's so hard for me, and I need time and everything like that." But then when she gets around him, everything shuts down, and he
Mm-hmm.
feels it. So why is he going to keep trying for? You know.
Right. Speaking of people who are being dishonest,
Lord.
well, let's roll on to Bree and Champagne Vinny.
Oh boy.
Oh, her line
I
self.
think I think uh, Vincent was being dishonest when he was talking to Dr. Viviana.
About
thinking
what?
about everything being peaches and cream and everything's good. And the reason why I was like that at the salsa class because I like to dance
Bachata,
but
no?
I'm about to say horchata, that's the drink. Horchata, and I like to do things that he wants to do to make him look cool. And he's like, but I thought about it after. Well, we all think about hindsight is 2020. You do think about things after, but the history we've seen with Vincent is you think about lots of things after the fact. So don't nobody know what to say to you in the moment because your feelings are going to get hurt. So I don't think he was being honest. Because, just because you can do the, just because maybe you could break dance better than salsa, that's the whole point of taking a class, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just asking. So I think he was being dishonest with her as well. Do you all think the same or no?
Yeah, but
Hey,
she
Courtney,
lied. She lied too. My wife caught it because we was watching it. She lied when they went to the room with the cheese, talking about name something about me that you don't like or whatever or what that you would change. What she say? His hair. I was
I
like,
was
so
so nervous for her.
I was scared too.
I was like, Lord.
I think she didn't got to that point that he said. Like that, he said he didn't want her to get to when it's like walking on eggshell. She already there because she can't even be honest with you. She know the thing she want to change ain't your hair. She want to change that you overreact over stupid stuff. You shut down like a little baby because you didn't know the salsa dances. It ain't like Brianna was out there killing it.
Even if she was, that's my whole point. That's why I feel he was dishonest when he was talking to Dr. Viviana.
Yeah.
I honestly think that because, like I said, you just can't, like, if you, let's say you want to go ice skating, sure, you get out there and you fall, that's Brianna's fault.
And if she laugh, and God forbid if she laugh,
Exactly.
he gonna be, I don't want to skate no more. Throw the skates. Like I don't got time for this.
Right. I'm
Like,
afraid for Bray too. I am because that has to be nerve wracking. You just because even the activity with the like to the head and the cheese, all that stuff, that was Vinny's activity. Lord, what would happen if Brianna did an activity, another one? He's like, poking his lip out from 92, and like, Chris or whatever. That's not cool. Like, so when his friends and family said that about him at the wedding, he's got a short temper. Oh, we're seeing that on week 3. We're seeing it. I still think they're the front runner couple. I still think they're the most likable, but I see cracks in them. I think they'll say yes, and I think they'll be more long-term than anybody else who may stay. That's just my opinion.
it just ain't no Woodies and Amanis this season.
Right.
Like they really was reaching for Woody and Amani last year. This one, these couples really all got their own problems. Like
they all came with a lot of baggage this season. To me, that's been exposed. I should say everyone has some form of baggage, levels of, but this baggage this season for Married at First Sight has been exposed on a different level that I don't think we've seen before. Yeah. So that's the difference. What do you think, Bert? Go ahead.
Think that I mean, I hate to call the man out, but it is what it is. But I think Vincent has the potential to be violent. I really do. I think she's gonna continue to walk on eggshells,
right.
And I think I think we are seeing just a little bit of his temper, but when those cameras go away, I think it's gonna be much worse. I think he has the potential to, if they are driving somewhere in a car and she says something crazy, he has the potential to backhand her. I really do.
I don't get them vibes. I get like he'll stop the car and walk. Like he one of them crazy people.
He's driving.
Like I mean maybe, or she driving. Let me out, and like they far away and he gonna walk. Like he one of them.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I don't think he would get on that level, but it was interesting to me when Dr. Viviana was talking to about his reaction and how it's mostly him having the reaction compared to her. And Dr. Viviana was like, well, did you even ask her to see what she meant by it? Because maybe she didn't mean it. He was like, yeah, but he still didn't care. He still wants to have everything be coddled towards him, even though he says, I don't want to be seen as sensitive. He is extremely sensitive. And I just don't like it because to me, it's kind of like he doesn't really care about how Brianna feels 100%. It's only about what Vincent wants. And if it's not catered to him, then it's like, what are we doing? But then, he'll see the experts and say, I'm just found the love of my life. This is my soulmate right here. I love her. But then you're going to act like a 7-year-old. And he even said it himself, because he can't salsa and he only bachatas. I know who's Dominican. They said he probably can't dance. If he can't even salsa.
Like, Vinny, just say you ain't got no rhythm. It's all right. All blacks and Dominicans ain't got no rhythm. It's some people that's stiff.
That's true. So
I think what makes him scary to me is that he has no middle ground.
Have a
Like
good
either
night.
he's extremely romantic or either he's mad. It's no middle ground for him. And that to me has the potential to go somewhere else with his anger. And I think she hasn't even tipped the scale of him being explosive.
I agree with that.
And I don't even think she's bossy anymore. I'm like, what happened?
No, she's still bossy because you have your own personality. She's still bossy, but I think the bossy and the sarcasticness is kind of like subdued or underneath, like what's going to happen with
the
Vincent.
baby talk.
Yeah, like it's like you always have to be like, "Oh, are you okay?" Like nobody got time to keep.
I think she's just so concerned about how he gonna react to everything. She just don't know what to do. She just like in a box, like, all right, I want to make this joke, and then I feel like what Cassandra said about him, like what Dr. Viviana telling him to like ask like what she meant by that. But don't you think like that's gonna ruin the joke if it's just a joke? What do you mean by that? He's like, I mean, nothing by it. It's just a joke. Like you don't understand a joke.
No.
Have a good night.
No, not towards him. If it's towards you and you're drunk leaning forward TV, it's okay. But if he spills a little bit of champagne, it's a wrap. A little bit. Yeah. Who are you talking to? You're not talking to me.
Well, I mean, but what happens when life really hits them and all the cameras go away? Because we've only seen two things, which is the champagne and the dancing. But what about when he comes home from a really bad day from work, or she had a bad day at work, or I don't know, he had to fire somebody, or whatever the case may be. When life really hits them, then what? As far as his temper goes, you know what I mean? That's what I'm concerned. I'm concerned for that. When the cameras go away and life just hits them like, oh, okay, because you just picked up so and so from the grocery store on the way home, and he came home and forgot to go to the grocery store, and she'd be like, oh, but I reminded you, and he's like, well, he just might flip out. Right. And that's just something very simple. And I'm actually a little afraid for her, because I feel like her continuing to walk on eggshells is going to take away from her own personality of the way she's all bubbly and everything. And that's just not fair to her.
Right. I agree with that. There's a few people in the chat and even in the comments that said, they were afraid for Bree based off of, Vinny's unsettling personality and what could come of it, because you never know.
And it's not fair. And I actually like them as a couple, but even like weeks ago, I'm like, something's a little bit off with them, just a little bit. And I want them to make it, but I don't know if they're going to make it past decision day. I still say yes, but after decision day, it might be something else.
I don't know. But did you see since we talked about the next week with Chris and Paige, did you see the next week with Bree and Vinny? Because next week is their 1 month anniversary.
Right.
And it looks like they're actually going to take a trip on a boat, something that Amik and Michael didn't do, if you remember.
Right.
It just reminded me of it when I saw it. I'm like, oh, never took on her trip, did she? When I saw the clip with that.
Never went to Jamaica. But it's okay now. He's skinny.
That's right. Okay, so what do we think about, let's see. We'll save them for last. Eric and Virginia.
I mean, vodka is a lot of things, but I actually kind of perk up when I see them because they actually have very good conversations. They really do. Like, I mean, he is what he is, or she is what she is, but they actually have conversations. They have conversations that the other ones should be having, as far as, financial, as far as maybe kids, religion.
Mhm.
I mean, they have all around conversations about different things, definitely more than the other couple. So I actually like them. I mean, I don't know, but I
You know
actually
what?
like them.
I I'm starting to see the conversations come up, but I think they're generated by Eric because in the
Hmm.
beginning, touch on this couple last. I thought it was Claire in the beginning. It was Claire and Ryan, in my opinion, who
Hmm.
had conversations up until recently with the things that's going on with them. But Eric and Virginia, I saw a few things in this episode, and one of them was again with Virginia talking about her reasons why she doesn't want to have kids and her family dynamic. I mean, I've said that from the beginning. That's just what it is. But Eric, I still don't see him as a father figure. I don't. I still see him as insecure, but he's given me undertone vibes of not liking the fact that Virginia is more liberal than him in her views and the things that she thinks about. He says social issues and like he's not, and then he brought up the military thing, and I think that can be an issue going down the line. Because that conservative thing, I think is going to come back up again. I honestly do.
Yeah, I do too.
Of course
I
it is.
I
Do
do
you
too.
think?
But
Do you think there's undertones with Eric talking about her being so having different social views than him? I'm trying to make the right word without sounding like crazy.
yes, 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 for sure, for
Hmm.
sure. I mean, I just kind of like look at her and I'd be like, okay, yeah, she definitely has a problem with the drinking. We all know that, of course, even though I didn't see her with a drink last night. So I was definitely surprised. I don't know if they edited it out or maybe she just never drinks.
No,
So,
the drink was on the counter, but
oh, it was
she
on
did.
the counter. Oh, okay. But I just,
Mhm.
I just like how she's very attentive when he is speaking. She might not agree with it, and she will say it. She don't hold it back like Haley or something like that. So, she might say, "Oh no, well I don't agree on that," or whatever the case may be. So I think she does have very intelligent questions and
Mhm.
conversations with him, which actually surprised me. That's why I kind of like them as a couple in that
Mhm.
sense.
Okay. Did you hear the conversation, Devontae, is about Eric and Virginia? We're talking about um, her being more liberal versus his conservative views, and seemed like he has undertones of her. Like, I'm just gonna say it. It sounds like if she said or wore a Black Lives Matter shirt, he may have an issue with that. Allegedly, that's how it came across to me. I got those undertone vibes because even when she kept mentioning about her sister and the relationship she's in, he kind of like
Mhm.
a little bit because that's a LGBTQ relationship. So that's a social issue as well. So I don't think he's feeling.
It's possible, but I mean, is that gonna make her divorce him? Probably not.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't really like it. I see why he got cheated on.
Oh my gosh, you do? How come?
Yeah, because he always trying to tell somebody what to do. Oh, we don't do that. Oh no, you can't. You gotta call me. You gonna make somebody rebel. Like
Hmm.
you start. He acting like her father. Don't nobody want no father figure. That's just like a
Hmm.
dude. Like you want some of your father, but you don't want nobody to actually be being your dad. Like that's what he doing to her. He act like he 50 years older than her. You ain't been through none. I've been married. Dude, your marriage failed. You ain't no expert. Like who is you?
But not only did the marriage fail, remember he said he was in the marriage for convenience. So Why are
Yeah,
you
you
saying that?
wasn't even in a real marriage. You was just trying to
Right.
make sure she can come on base. That's all you was trying to do. So I don't know why you keep on acting like. And then you with the social media. What you friends with your ex for, dude? I'm friends with my ex on Facebook. If it ain't no beef, it ain't no beef. What we being friends? Unless they your only friend, then that's weird. If you got 1,000 Facebook friends and
Mm-hmm.
50,000 Instagram people you follow, what's the chances you gonna see your ex pictures unless you really like looking for them? Like I stumble across my ex picture every blue moon. And you double tap and you keep on going. It ain't that serious.
Don't be in his business. She said
What
double
she
tap.
say?
She said double tap what? I said don't be in your business. Your wife may watch the replay.
No, see, that's why I just went off air because she called me. Was like, send me the link to what you're on. I'm like,
Awesome. Is she on? What's her name?
Catrice. I
Catrice?
don't know if she on here.
She's
Probably
on.
not.
Hey, Catrice.
Well, let me say my
She's on. She's in the chat.
speak my piece with because I think he's all right, dude, from what he is. But with that conversation they were having with Dr. Viviana, every time he was like, we have to believe that if she wants to believe that, that's cool, but she don't believe mine, so that's on her. It's like I don't want to say the wrong things.
You just have to be a
Alleged. We already knew.
Well, we don't know him, so it's alleged.
We already knew Eric was super conservative by his family values and all that other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
It sometimes seems like he might swing a little bit on a more, I'm not even going to say on a liberal end, just more on the middle ground.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said earlier with the Black Lives Matter shirt, it doesn't even have to be about that. It can be about any social justice issue.
Right.
If she was to press the issue, I don't think he wants to have a conversation about that. He doesn't want to have the conversation because, he has more of a military viewpoint, but that'll mean nothing. People who have a military viewpoint can think anything. But also, it's not how he was raised. That's not his background from where he lives in the South and all that other stuff. So that's just not something that he wants to do or have a conversation about because it doesn't matter to him.
Mm-hmm.
Haley makes it a point. Well, what's her name? Virginia. My bad. I get them mixed up. Virginia makes it a point to make it an issue for her because for some reason, whatever it is, she feels connected to it. But do I think she's gonna change her viewpoints for Eric? No. But do I think she will tone it down for Eric? I think she would tone it down because I don't think it would be something that's as important to her because it probably doesn't affect her unless it's something like her sister's going through since she is a part of the LGBTQ plus community. That I think she would take a stand for. Anything else that's not, close to them, I think she'll just let it go.
I just don't understand why she be just bringing that up. She bringing that. She slip her sister in there all the time. My sister and her wife. My sister and her wife. Okay, congratulations to her. What is the point of you keep bringing that up? Like I don't
She
get.
wants to make sure that he's accepting of it.
She ain't gonna figure that out until they go to the family, until they go to dinner with him. You gonna figure that out by his audience. Like, first of all, he already like this naturally. So I don't know. Like he look like he can say I don't know.
Oh yeah, I guess I don't know. But what do we think about he keeps bringing up the age gap in their kid situation? Like, what do you think about that?
I think she did a good job. Like now I understand where she coming from with how she was about the kids. So it doesn't look like she doesn't want kids. It's just like she just want to make sure when she have kids that they ain't got to worry about or go through what she went through as a kid. So if anything, she just scared. She just don't want to repeat what she went through as a child, like breaking up, making up, divorce, back together, and putting the kids. She just don't.
Oh, there you go. But you know what? Hold on. But I'm gonna pull Eric though. But I don't want kids when I'm 40. But you about to be 40. You're on the road to 40. So what difference does it make?
How old is he? 38?
He's a young contender, 32 or something.
He's not. He's like 34 because Jacob's 38.
And what she say? She don't want kids till she at least 30, and she like 27.
Yeah, in her 30s, stuff like that. But the thing with that is, I understand her point of not wanting to put her kids through the same type of relationship that she had to go through with her parents. But there's no guarantee with that, honestly. And her coping mechanism,
Oh, he's 34.
her coping mechanism for that is alcohol. So she has something a responsibility too, to reel that in, that alcoholism allegedly that she has,
But
because
you and other people think it's an alcohol problem.
it's a coping
She
mechanism.
don't think so.
Well, then, then she can't be upset about the things that he wants to have, a baby sooner than her, because there is an age gap, because that keeps coming up. What I see in the video is this the same song. It's the same song. It's the same song. It's the same song.
I just don't understand why he don't never bring that up. Nobody brings that up. Everybody just
No
speak
one
past.
brings it up.
I'm like, this girl that had a drink on every scene.
Yeah.
Like, even if y'all cut scenes, she still got a drink.
Yeah.
No
like,
one
what is
brings
the
it
alcohol
up.
budget?
Only one that was brave enough to bring it up was Chris.
True. I
That
wanted
was it.
to call her out on that, but they didn't. Well, if they did, it didn't make it. But I think it should be enough to make the scene, because she does. It's a coping mechanism. You can see it in what she said that she's not going to keep doing or stop doing. Her drinking Thursday through Sunday or whatever day it is. She needs time to herself. She's going to crash on her friends' couches. She's not going to stop for nothing. And
Yeah.
it's
I was just getting
like
ready
a
to say
problem.
that. Like the stuff that she is definitely not gonna bend on, and the stuff that he's definitely not gonna bend on. I don't see how it's gonna work, but I still kind of like them as a couple. But some of the things that she believes in, like she's not gonna stop drinking for sure, and she's not gonna uh, you know hanging out with her friends and all of that stuff, no matter how much it bugs him, she's not gonna do that. And he's
Yeah,
not gonna bend on some of the stuff as far as, well, I want you to let me know when, call me or text me, da 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 da. So I don't see them compromising, either one of them.
I was just about to say what you said, the compromise. I'm like, why? I just don't understand why the doctors ain't clearly just said it. Ask Virginia and Eric, why did y'all get married if y'all neither one of y'all want to change y'all lives? Why'd you get married? This don't make no sense.
right. What do you think about that comment, Devontae?
I would never say those things, but
Right.
exactly. Go ahead, wifey. You know what you saying.
All right. So let's bring up a compromise. If your spouse, this goes for anyone, didn't want you to be friends on any social platform with your ex, would you do it, or would you have a problem?
That is just something that we just gonna have to continue to discuss. But I'm not going to end the conversation with him thinking, okay, I'll do it. No, we're going to have to continue to discuss it. And one of us is going to have to give. But I'm not just going to just do it. You know what I mean? If it's some things that, okay, if he says something like, okay, well, you could still be friends, with some of your exes, whatever, but just be respectful. And I definitely don't want you to sleep on some man's couch or whatever the case may be. But as it's just something that needs to be talked about constantly, because he's not going to bend on that. You can see that, because every time he comes on every episode, it's another layer of what he don't want her to do.
Right. Hold your thoughts. So Danielle Barnett says you can't hear anything. Do you mean on the live or on maybe your platform? Let us know in the comments, please.
Right.
But I agree with that. Last night when that conversation came up, I was actually split. I didn't know really, should you not do that or whatever. I think you do need to have a conversation about it, but we're talking about Virginia here, and the reasons why. I can see why Eric wouldn't want her to continue, because he's insecure. He's insecure. I mean, look at her friends who came over, talk about, well, it's me and 5 other people who kick it every weekend and expect it while you're gone. He don't want her talking to nobody. So I see why he says that. It's just the way he's getting his message across is not. She's not receiving the message. She's not getting it. To me, that's the problem. To me.
Yeah. I don't think he doesn't want her to talk to anybody. I just think that he doesn't want her to talk to men. And I think the reason why in his head is because if you feel comfortable enough to sleep on men's couches, then what else would you feel comfortable with doing? So I think when she's around her girlfriends, he doesn't care. But when you say men, then now he's drawing the line, because now he knows that what she has been doing in her life for years, which is sleeping on men's couches. So I don't think he has a problem with her having girlfriends, but when it comes to men, he probably knows life is loose. And then add alcohol to that too. Who knows what she might do?
Yeah, I think he thinks she a little loose. She a little loosey goosey, and she already a socialite when she get drunk. And I think he thinking from a man perspective, like oh, she drunk. I'm about to get her. She hugging on everybody, and I think that's what he think though, for real. But I don't know. But to your question, Cassandra, I mean, if she want me, first of all, I'm gonna ask her why. Why am I taking my ex off? So I don't feel like you should take an ex off of social media or anything unless it's something inappropriate. Why am I taking them off because you feel some type of way about nothing? If they not doing anything, that's your problem.
Because he already said at the honeymoon, men and women cannot be friends. That's what he said. So he's insecure. And back to paw prints, I have to disagree with you. I think it's not just men. I think all her friends, because all her friends are in that party circle, male and female. He don't want her associating with anybody. He wants her to get, in my opinion, a whole new group of friends to bake cookies and be a housewife like his mother. Wait on him from flying them airplanes. But that's just my opinion.
Look at his mama. She didn't even look happy at all. She smelled like
And maybe he's
sad
maybe he's basing it off on their wedding night too, because she was tore up for the wedding. She was.
Oh yeah, she brought a cooler. Remember? Who brings a cooler?
He knows his wife is loose.
You gonna bring a cooler on your wedding?
I'm gonna bring a cooler to my birthday. That's what I'm gonna do.
Well, we'll talk about the birthday things before we get off, because her birthday is around the corner.
I think he's gonna continue to be insecure, and she's gonna continue to rebel. That's how that's.
I agree.
Go.
I don't know. I think I kind of agree with Eric on that point. I think she should take her exes off social media, because it's like, well, why do you have them on there?
I mean, for her sake now, if that really bothers him, yes. But if you're trying to do it to control the situation, I'm not. First of all, they fresh married. I mean, if it is that big of a deal, I would do it.
Right. Let's read this comment here. Go ahead and read it. So who cares? Just should be at the end of this. I agree.
I guess.
Okay.
I agree.
Either you trust your spouse or you don't.
Or you don't.
There
ain't no in between. I say that every day.
Either you do or you don't. So let me ask y'all this question. If she would have never told him that she sleeps or she was sleeping on her male friends' couches, if she would have never said that, do you think he still would have been insecure about her having male friends?
No.
Nope.
No.
Okay.
But he that's something in his own head though, because I mean, if they friends until she prove otherwise that she's sneaky or something. You gonna have to just take that as it is. I mean, if that's her friend and her friend got a couch and he don't want her to drive home drunk, she just got a husband. She got to get used to it. So you gonna have to let her. Now you done told her. Dr. Cowden told her you can't do that as a married person. Now she know. So now if she do it, you got rights to be mad. And she gonna have to take that.
Yeah. That alcohol and the way that she bases her need for time and with her friends, that's an issue within the relationship, in my opinion. So I think if that wasn't there and she said that she didn't, get drunk and fall out.
Because then I think he
wouldn't have as
wouldn't.
big as a problem.
Yeah, I think at that point he would have maybe a little more trust. But the fact that
Right.
she laid that groundwork down and said this is what she has been doing for years, and it's not like she said I sleep over my girlfriend's couch. She said I sleep over males' couches. I think
Right. My best
that
guy
is,
friend couch.
yes,
That's the problem.
that is always going to stay in his head constantly. That is not going away.
Right. I
Mhm.
agree. That will always be there.
Hmm.
Okay. Well, let's talk about Clara and Ryan. Whose favorite couple is Clara and Ryan?
No one. Well,
Anybody?
maybe someone.
I like Clara though. It's not that I don't like. I don't like him.
Oh,
I
you don't like Ryan?
I can't stand. It's something about him just get on my nerve every time he talk. Every time he say sure, sure, sure. Like,
Well, we
dude.
know his paw prints is the hair, so we already know that.
Yeah.
Oh my
No,
god, and that
I just
too.
can't. I just can't.
I just don't understand. Like he for I don't know. My wife would say because she the one who said it. We was watching and she was like, "It's something about him that I think he a virgin."
Oh,
That's
before
what she
Dr.
said.
Viviana?
Huh?
She said that before Dr.
She said
Viviana
that before
mentioned
Dr. Viviana. She's like, she
it?
said that, and then like 10 minutes later, Dr. Viviana was like, "Have you really think he had sex?" Because like, she was like, "What's your favorite resist?" He was uh uh the basic ones. Like what? It's a lot of basic ones. Which one, Ryan?
Right. Um, it's just a whole bunch of stuff with them, but Clara actually, she's always giving me red flags just by just all the conversation she has. From the beginning, she talks too much for Ryan, but she definitely gave me a red flag when she said that, she has sex in all her relationships, which is fine, it's normal, but she was just in a relationship for 3 years and she only had sex 3 times.
I
Three
was
times.
just, I was saying that. I was just sitting here. I was like, either your stuff just, it ain't good, or dude was on the down low, or he was cheating
Or
on
she
you.
was, or right, or she was the side thing going on.
Yeah,
Because
because it don't make no sense. You was with somebody 3 years. Y'all only slept together 3 times and three times a year in 3 years. So you only slept
right.
together 9 times. 9 times. You ain't even you not ugly. You know what I mean? So I'm just like, and then if you is a sexual person as you say you are,
Hmm.
he only wanted it once every couple months. Like that don't make no sense. And then she
Well,
said, oh,
you gave them a higher total than I did. I thought she said she slept with him 3 times in 3 years, so that would be once a year.
3 times a year.
Oh, so it is three
said
times
three
three.
times a year.
Well,
Well,
maybe
still,
she was just giving him a booty call because she is a flight attendant. So maybe it was that type of relationship. Who knows?
Oh, I
I
didn't even
don't
think
know.
about that.
I don't know, but she said that she's used to being sexual, and I'm like, that's not a sexual relationship. And if you're used to being sexual, and that relationship was before married at first sight, so that means all the other relationships you were with it was just about sex. You weren't in a relationship.
Right.
So how do you expect someone to say I love you if you just having a? That's
Yeah.
my thing.
And she might be one of them people that as soon as she has sex, she like love you all of a sudden. It don't make no
Yeah.
sense. Like you don't
That's what
even
it
know
seems
me.
like. Yeah,
I get that
that's
vibe.
definitely what it seems like to me. Because
Hmm.
she equals having sex with the person being attracted to her. Because right now she's unsure if Ryan is even attracted to her because he hasn't. You know what I mean? So I
Yeah.
think that she equals having sex and having it quickly, having it often, that
Hmm.
person is really into her and now that person is falling for her.
Hmm.
And
She must
that's
not
just
know. She
not
must
the
not know how to deal with men because that's not
it's
how I
just
do.
not the case with Ryan. And he just doesn't say anything. He just sits there.
He
That's
doesn't,
what
and
irritates me about him. He just sit there like,
Yeah,
yeah,
he
and
just
doesn't
sits
that send
there.
her mixed messages that he's not willing to have full on sex with her, but yet she can still, you know, give him some head or whatever. So how's that supposed to make her feel? Why would Ryan do that if he holds sex on a high pedestal? Because to me, sex is sex. I don't care what you do. If you're doing something with the parts, you're having sex. So
Hmm.
Right.
how is it on a high pedestal and you still let her do this? And I'm sure she feels this type of way.
Right.
well,
Intimacy.
yeah.
The
You know, some
intimacy.
virgins like that though.
Well,
I don't know. Somebody said
I'm about to throw Ryan away.
somebody said that, you know, if they don't have sex, then he could get an annulment. That's what I read. Somebody said it on in our comments. But my
Oh
thing is like
yeah, that is true. That is true.
it's no different to me than what
Are they
Paige is
freeze
doing.
or we froze?
You
They
had
have
froze for
consummated the marriage,
Oh, okay.
and remember, the professionals always ask that first when Pastor
yeah.
Cal comes in. That's the first thing he asks: has the marriage been consummated?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep, that's true.
He
And
said, he said Ryan is the male Iris.
right.
So
And he
that's what
is.
Iris weren't doing nothing. Period.
No, Iris took
Yeah.
pride in being a virgin. She thought that was the golden ticket. That was the
Yeah.
golden ticket. That's why she's still prancing around Instagram by herself.
Oh well. I
Yeah,
mean, each
she
his
wasn't.
own.
She wasn't even doing. Maybe he just. I don't know, because he has to be insecure about his body too. But then he works out so much. If she's never seen with his shirt off, what? I still don't understand what that's all about.
I don't know. Something going on. Something off about him. Something
But
off.
she's a
I
liar
mean,
because I saw a picture of them with the clip that wasn't seen from Vegas, and he was
They
in
was
the
in the
pool with his
pool.
shirt off.
Yeah, I seen it on the Facebook group.
oh, okay. Oh, so why she keep saying that then?
Well,
Well,
maybe
maybe
she
she
didn't.
means sexually. Maybe she hasn't seen him with his shirt off.
Oh,
Or like
okay.
maybe he
Well,
just don't walk around the house so she can rub on him, like sitting on the couch. Maybe that's what she mean.
Mm-hmm.
Well, before she does anything to him, she's the one that has the upper hand. Then you start saying, "No, take your shirt off."
Right. Well,
You know.
at this point, she needs to stop doing what she's doing.
Oh yeah, I said that last week.
You know, that's what
She
she
need to
needs because
close.
now
She
you
need to close up shop. Close up shop.
right because now you talk to Dr. Viviana about all these things and you upset and all this and that, and so it's gone this far. So you know, Ryan can use his hands. Whatever you've been doing, he can keep it up because I'm not doing it.
Right. Well, maybe she thinks if she closes up shop. Do you think that she thinks if she closes up shop altogether, then she's really gonna lose him? Maybe she thinks that. I don't know.
And on top of that, too, I just thought about this just now. If she's willing to do all that, and I'm not giving her nothing, so why give her? He's clearly getting what he needs, right? So he don't need to be more intimate. For what?
Right. She in the same boat as Chris, and Paige is just a different boat.
And why can't she just come right out and say to him? And maybe she has. We don't know. And to me, as much as she talks, she probably has just come right out and told him. But even though she continues to keep doing it, like, look, no, this is just all around selfish. If you're getting pleasure and I'm not getting anything, you know what I mean?
Listen,
She strikes me as a person that will just come right out and say that. Just been frustrated in the bedroom and say, no, this is BS right here. You're getting pleasure and I'm not getting anything. And you know what he will do? He will sit there, pull the covers back up on him and say, okay, well, I'm going to sleep now. He don't care.
exactly. But hold on. Yes, Romel, it's okay for you to join and anybody else. The link is pinned, so just hit the link to join if you'd like. But like I said, that's her fault now. It's her
Yeah, it's her
that's
fault.
page level to me. That's page level. Like you doing all
Yeah,
this without
it's
anything extra?
stupid.
Absolutely not.
Right.
I don't
Absolutely
Same
not.
boat.
understand.
Same
Like,
boat. Same
it's
boat.
like
Different captain.
you're not getting raped or anything like that. God forbid. But why is it so hard for a woman to just say no? I mean, these women, I'm saying, to just say no.
Right.
No, you're not going to get this until we both get this. No, it's not that kind of party. You got to know how to start people out, and they'll respect you more. My mother has always told me that it's the way you start out with it.
Right. And to happy mood, correct. Intimacy doesn't always mean sex. You're right. He wants to
Right.
connect. He's allowing her to have sexual contact with him. So
Hmm.
messages. So if he wants to connect with her, he should allow her to do that anyways, even if that's what she wants to do. Because you're not
Right.
building a you're not. You're just
Right.
letting her do what she feels she needs to do in a relationship.
Right.
And this does sound like it's fake.
Like
I
at
think he need,
this point, he should just do a Haley. Just be like, no, because I'm already telling you I'm not gonna do you, so I want you to stop doing me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just do a Haley.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, everyone.
Well, good.
happy.
Hey,
I'm laying down in the bed tonight.
That's okay. We tired too. As soon as we get offline, we
This is
probably
my
take time and go to bed. Go ahead.
Ronnie.
What's up?
oh, I just I'm trying not to laugh. Clara, she gives me the men. Some men do it too. She gives me the type of person where, hi, happy mood. She gives me that type of woman where, or the type of person where they give their all when they're getting the bare minimum. And I
Right.
think she doesn't just slow it down, but Ryan is moving like a turtle. And with him, there's nothing wrong if he is a virgin, and there's nothing wrong if he's not. Um, but just be honest and let her know. And
Right.
I just I feel like they can make it. I do see some potential, but he just annoying. It's like, and I also feel like he tries to. He's the type of person where, okay, do you guys know people where they try to say the right thing,
Mm-hmm.
instead of
Yeah.
being honest about something,
Right.
about how they feel, they try to use the right words and talk, in a
Yeah.
political way, like, oh, I went down the street and I turned, like, it's like, just like you went down the street. They try to use all these words, and that's the type of person Ryan gives me.
He fake.
Right.
He fake. Fake is that land that strip on top of
Yeah.
his head. Fake.
do you well,
He needs to cut that off.
But
well
do you
ultimately
think? I'm
fake, or do you
sorry.
think he's trying to put on a facade? But if someone's trying to put on a facade, they fake.
Well, you just
I
answered your
answer
own
my own
question. Right. Moving on. Moving on. Right.
So
So,
let me just ask you this. Do you think that if he wouldn't have allowed her to do these things to him, whatever it is that she's doing, that she would still be frustrated right now? Like if they would have, if they would have just had the conversation in the beginning, for him to say, you know what, I'm a slow person. I always have been slow, sexually, and until I'm falling for you, even though I'm not
Right.
100% clear
He
on what that is. But I think we should just take sex off the table completely. Do you think she still would be frustrated right now? I think she's frustrated because she's pleasuring him and she's not getting it in return. That's why I think she's frustrated.
Nah, I think she would still be
So,
frustrated because she said she's a sexual person.
Oh,
right.
okay.
yeah, I feel like
Okay.
she'll be still frustrated too. Like you know, like mom said earlier, she's that type of person.
Man, they was leaking.
She feels like sex is a way to a man's heart, and to some men it is. But
Mhm.
Okay. I was trying to give her a pass, but never mind.
No.
yeah, it's like, damn.
No.
And
Right.
I don't get her. I'm sorry. I'm not giving nothing if I'm not receiving nothing. He
I
bogus.
mean,
He know what he's
you
doing.
might want, you might want
He
maybe
bogus.
twice, but not over
So
and over
hard.
and over. And you talk to your friend, well, the people, the girl,
Hey,
the lady about this, and then the doctor about this. So that means she's been doing it consistently. Like, after like maybe
why you think Ryan like the white girl? Because he already know. He already know.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
don't. Yeah, I
He
don't feel like.
already know.
Yeah,
Come back to
He
the
just
dark
somebody
be
said
side
that
so
he
you
needed
can
a
pull
black
that movie.
woman.
he just be
Somebody
sitting
said
there
he needed
looking
a black
so.
woman, and I'm like, I don't think he needed a black woman because a
Like say she wanted
real black woman, not no page, a real black woman would have put him in his damn place. Like, no, we finna get it down.
Mm.
right.
Y'all see what
Read
King
the
Mark said?
read the comment on the screen. That now that's
I
interesting.
wonder if Claire is pegging Ryan. Everyone is assuming it's oral pleasure.
I mean,
Some people don't like to talk about their kinks. So we're just gonna assume that it's just a BJ. Some people don't like to talk
but it's
about
something.
that.
Whatever it is, Claire is doing it to Ryan and is not being reciprocated. So,
And he doesn't look embarrassed or
Right.
anything when she's telling the
Hilarious.
professionals or her frustration. Come on, he just sits there. He doesn't look embarrassed or anything like that. Yeah, I gotta stop letting her do that. He don't have that look on his face. He's like, yeah, whatever. We still gonna do it tonight. You're still gonna do it tonight.
yeah.
Yeah, Dolores is right. He is selfish.
Well, Happy Mood disagrees. She says Claire has a choice, and she does have a choice. She don't have to keep doing it.
Yeah, yeah,
That's facts.
yes. Oh, I said that. She should have cut. She should have shut down. She should shut it down weeks ago.
Girl, shut that all the way down. Who does that?
Exactly.
Can
But
we,
then I feel like if she shut that down, then
even
what they
though I
gonna
don't
do?
like this couple,
Well, do you think that she's doing it to try and get him in the mood? What do you think?
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't. She trying to figure out what started the dang on car. She trying to figure out what is she got to do. She touching you. She kissing on. She telling you she done said it to the doctor. I want him. I want it. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I'm coming home. I'm listening to them long, drawn out conversations where he's talking about nothing. I'm sleeping in the dark, even though I want to sleep with the TV on. I mean, what more do she? Ryan got to meet her some way though. He got to compromise a little bit. Either he gonna take whatever she doing off the table, or he got to do something. I just don't understand what he's doing.
They could play with each other, not just take her out to donuts. Do something to please her. That's all she's asking for.
You know what they should do? They should do that tantric class that
No.
Miles McKinley did. I think that'll probably be good for them. It'll get her something.
That is good. Yeah.
Right. He could do something romantic, or you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, blindfold her something. He could do something. Come on. He could do something. He seems to me he's very intelligent and he looks like he has an imagination. So he could do something.
Oh, so you mean the blindfold like at the
Can we
wedding
talk
with the
about-
bridegroom?
Yeah, like the blindfold and maybe
Mhm.
get some whipped cream and ice, or all that stuff.
I think she need to just try to take it one time. Just go on there, go for gold. You go for it. You go for it.
Right. What were you gonna say, Romel?
Can we talk about a little bit, even though I don't like them? Can we just touch on Haley's crocodile tears when Dr. Viviana was there? Girl, you're doing the typical Karen. That's what y'all do. Okay?
That's what I said.
I didn't see no tears.
They call her Karen.
You crying for what? You're not sexually attracted to the future with him. You only slept with him because you had alcohol. I want to know what type of alcohol she had because, and then you laying in the bed. All the Dr. Viviana said was just a little kiss and a hug at night in the morning. She don't even want to do that. Well, just leave.
Yeah.
And then as soon as he leaves, she gonna start that
Wait for him.
crying. I'm really trying, and he just laughed. Like, man, I'm not about to keep sleeping in this other room. I ain't got none of my dogs here because your dog don't like my dogs. I'm leaving.
Right.
I
I'm out.
will say
100,000 ain't
that,
nothing.
she is kind of one of the main reasons, but she, he got his flaws too. Because I have been seeing a lot of people come at her, and he got his flaws too. And I get she went shopping probably to the Goodwill or something. Not to knock the Goodwill because she act like she went and spent $100 on them doggone shirts. Them look like them weren't even over $25.
That's
She
what
acting
I
like
said,
she
them
did
farmer
something.
shirts. I said, she talk about his style. She ain't coming there with nothing up to date. You came in there with some stuff he wear.
Right.
I'm like, all he gonna do is tuck all them shirts in. Look at him walking around with all them tucked in shirts.
And
why
it'd be
you
like,
tucking
it'd
your
be so
shirts in?
funny because he knows she'd be lying because he'd be like he'd be making faces when she talk. It'd be so hilarious.
But when you're over a certain age, you should dress to a certain vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like he's almost 40, so the thing she's buying is probably like, in your 20s. You know what I'm saying? So he's probably not into that. But
I don't think she can dress a man because she ain't never had no man in 7 years. She ain't had no man. How you gonna pick out clothes? You ain't had
I
no
don't really
man.
believe that she's been single that long. I don't believe she was single that long. She been having some sex or something. Cause 7 years, oh my God! And after 7 years, you go on TV. You
But
weird.
She weird. She
You
weird.
why
weird.
She
she
look like the
didn't?
type. She look like the type that don't
7 years
may get
being
something
single,
every now and
and you
then.
go on
But
TV.
But she could have took him with her. Like, what was wrong with her suggesting that they go to the mall together and they in the store
Right.
and say, tell me what you like, Jacob, just to start a conversation. Tell me what you like.
Right.
And then in the meantime, say, okay, well, how about this? How about this? Maybe with some jeans and your boots, or jeans and some sneakers or whatever. How about this? Why couldn't they have done it together?
Well, that's what
Right.
you do when you don't like somebody. If you don't like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring this to you. You put this on. Let me see how you look, and maybe we can have dinner together tonight. You know, she
I'm
don't.
sorry. I would took it better if they would have went together as opposed to
Uh-huh.
her just going out. I know it was a gesture. I guess at this point any gesture is anything. But I think it would have came more better to him if they would have went together and did something together. But she just went in the store and said, give me this and that. Oh yeah, that's on sale, 3 for $20. Yeah, give me those, and let me just give this to him. you know
Oh man,
Deal too.
he
Yeah.
in the friend zone and he in too deep. He in the zone where you can't get out. It's a wrap.
And he
He
knows
just
it.
need
He
to out.
knows it
It's a
though. He's
wrap.
very
That's
smart.
why he
He
be
knows
mad
it.
every time. He be like, bro, why am I here? I know I'm in the friend zone. Cause he done been in the friend zone before. He said it before.
Yeah.
I've been friend zone, I've been ghosted. This feel the same. He can feel it. He know. Like,
He
here we go
knows.
again, Jacob.
Yeah. He knew it
And
for a very long time.
I'm gonna need her to stop calling him Jake. Like his
Mm.
name is Jacob. I be getting confused. Like, who the hell is Jake? Oh, that's Jacob. I'm gonna need her to stop saying Jake. Like, girl, you don't even know him like that. Call him
You said
Jake.
you
Jacob,
confused that fast. So,
Jacob
Jake,
just need Jacob just need to disappear. He just need to pack all his stuff and leave. And
But
then
I
when she
don't
be
feel.
crying, be like, "What I'm coming back for? For what? I'm coming back to sleep in the other room. If we gonna do this, look, just FaceTime me in the morning. I ain't no point in me
She
staying
don't
here.
want to do that.
Right.
Yeah.
no.
But I don't feel
Exactly.
bad. I don't feel bad for him because he's gonna get somebody as soon as he leaves the show, because he has a team out here that's like Team Jacob, men and women.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's gonna be fine. He just got to go through the BS for the next couple of weeks and everything, but he's gonna be fine.
Mm-hmm.
But do y'all feel that I feel strongly that the experts are really letting them all down? I feel like they let it go too far downhill and then they want to come in. Like, dude, they already in the dirt. Why are you coming when you didn't even come when it started going downhill? Like 2 episodes ago, it was going down the hill. Y'all should have showed up. Why do y'all wait till he all the way in the friend zone to show up? It's too late.
Well, I
Where
was
Right.
really
how
Yeah, I
y'all
surprised
get
to
in
what
see
you're
front?
her
saying.
last night.
Yeah, I get
I
what you're
didn't I didn't
saying.
think she was coming last night. I was surprised. I perked up when I
I
seen her. I
love
was like,
Dr.
oh,
Viviana though. I love Dr. Viviana.
I think she's the best one to me.
Yes,
And then
yes.
I would say Pastor Cal, because she's the. And how about
Mm,
the other
not
one?
really Pastor Cal.
How
He,
about the other
he,
one? Isn't she the sex expert? What's her name?
Dr. Pepper.
Yeah.
No,
Why was she
No,
with
no.
him?
Well, you know, Dr. Oh, that COVID-19, she got
Oh, okay.
Dr.
Cause
Pepper is a sociologist.
okay. Because it seemed like she could
where did she
FaceTime them or
come?
something.
when did she come? Mm-hmm. I don't know when she.
I'm
I only
sorry.
see her. I only see
I
her
feel
at
like
the
now she's
first
just
show and the
collecting the
last
check
show.
because it's like, what do you bring to the show, Dr. Pepper? Like she's just
except at the
collecting the check
end.
every
At the
season.
end, you don't do nothing but sit there and cry. You made it, even though I didn't help.
Right. It's like,
Terrible.
But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Dr. Viviana wasn't giving what they needed.
No,
That
what?
cause
Dr.
she be
Viviana
missing
was,
out
I
on the
liked
real
her.
stuff.
I
She
liked her.
she say a lot of stuff that don't mean
she
nothing.
wasn't
She be
doing
missing all the points. She didn't say Virginia was a drunk.
Right.
She didn't say
Well, she didn't even
Chris, you
say
got a
that. We
baby on
already
the
know that.
way. Chris, you all got a
Yeah.
baby on the way. You trying to have Bible study knowing you ain't religious for real, for real. Let's be for real. You not religious, fool. And she ain't nobody calling Chris out on nothing. You came all the way over to Paige house to tell her, you know.
Well,
everybody.
to me, Dr. Viviana and Pastor Cal, they running neck and neck. One is not over the other one because she
No,
started out a
yeah.
little strong, but then she didn't continue with it. And
Mm-hmm.
Pastor Cal did the same thing.
There's nothing they can tell Paige. She's just that dumb. So it don't matter if they came on a honeymoon day or when they came. She's just slow. What you call it? What's that one girl? Mindy was way smarter than her, in my opinion.
That's true. That's true.
But to me, it seems like the experts, it's like a teacher. You have your objective that you're going in with. It's not really trying to stray too far from what they already have prepared, because Dr. Viviana came there to talk about trust and intimacy. And then, like, I see what you guys are doing.
Which one?
She really wasn't addressing
the men's bathroom.
addressed.
You go to the men's bathroom right there.
Yeah. You're definitely right, Cassandra, on that. You're definitely right. For sure.
Yeah. I mean, it's just hard to even wrap my mind around. Like you said,
At this point, they could pick up any old Joe Smo from off the street, and they would be better than the professionals.
I'm trying to figure out what make them experts though. Like, is it just their degrees? Like, I feel like they need to have experts that got like a nice record of matching people up. Because these people on this show record is terrible.
Right. What makes them experts is they have a doctorate in their profession. Like Dr. Viviana and Dr. Pepper, they went to school. They have like that 12-year degree thing. So that makes you an expert once you reach the top of the line that you're going degree wise. But you're right. Like, where's the track record? Where's the people that you have, helped or counseled before to, make it seem like, okay, well, maybe you are someone I may want to see that lives in the area you live in. Like, oh, well, I could go see Dr. Viviana. She does therapy. Maybe I could go sit down and talk to her. But they don't come across that way on this particular show. I mean, do we think that is because, like you said, they're going off a script, but we can't continue to go off a script because all the couples are different? Or do you think that they have their hands full by juggling so many different tapings and other people at the same time? Like, what do we think is happening?
But I think they did the same thing last season with Miles and Karen. And they had more time last season because that was when they was more or less quarantined. And they still didn't show up until the very end or whatever. So I don't know. The last couple of seasons, this season and last season, they are definitely falling short. They really are. All of them.
Yeah. I don't know.
To me, they need some new experts. I'm sorry.
They do need new experts. I think there needs to have new blood on the show to give it.
They can keep Dr. Viviana though.
They need a cutthroat expert that's actually gonna say what the people are saying. They ain't got no expert like that's saying the obvious. Like Virginia, I kind of think, like, don't you think you're drinking? Like, you've been drinking ever since I done seen you. Like, I know you ain't got no kids, but like.
But the thing is, it's not. They can't do what the people are saying because it's pre-taped. We're seeing this after the fact. You know what I'm saying? So they can go off the things they would say in real life because they didn't see this type of backlash coming for this type of show the way that it has. They couldn't have seen it.
But remember last season when Karen left for the night?
How you doing?
Because of that whole her and Miles thing. Remember that? I was waiting for experts to come back and call her out on it, and no one never did. No one never did. They never called her out on that. To this day, no one has never said anything about her just leaving like that.
Right.
Who left?
Karen, what's her name? Karen left. When Miles made that crack about them having sex, putting it on the calendar and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, she didn't feel comfortable.
And she left, and she called him, and she said she didn't feel safe. Now, that's a trigger right there. Somebody came on the show immediately because if she was serious and she didn't feel safe, somebody should have been there to intervene that for sure.
I'm trying to figure out how she ain't. Well, yeah. Oh, that's when they ain't had a crew no more. Oh yeah, that's when they just had
So I think they are showing up when they show up. but they are not asking the right questions. Just like you said, they not asking the straight up questions like, okay, well, Virginia, every time I see you, you're drinking. Are you doing that to, like Mom said earlier, or is something else going on in your life that, I don't know.
Right, that's you coping. You coping with that because the
I
alcohol
don't
ain't
really.
that good to be
I
sipping
feel
on
like
like a wine punch.
Yeah.
I feel like nothing in her life has to be happening. Virginia gonna get her a drink regardless of what she's going through. Like that's just her.
And I feel like she a little shaky if you pay attention when she ain't got no drink. She got like that withdrawal. She be
Mm-hmm.
like I be seeing her like she gotta have a Red Bull. Like
Right. So I want to get into your question, Romel, because Cassandra brought that up earlier about the people in that one house. Are you talking about the cabin scene too?
Yeah. So like remember how every season when all the couples come together towards the end?
Uh-huh.
I can't wait. I want to see Chris and Eric go at it again with Virginia, little messy ass. I want to see all that.
Do you think Chris is gonna come?
I feel like he's gonna come the first day. That Paige's gonna come and, oh, the Lord and God and my vows, and then he gonna show up. I feel like he'll show up for the cameras. He want that money at the end. I feel like this all the show to him. This all the show to him. And instead of buying his ex a damn car, you need to buy some different pants. Stop wearing them tight old pants.
he ain't buy his ex no car.
Yes, he
He
did.
rented
It's a
her a
rental.
car. He took a picture of a rental car. He ain't got that much money to be paying.
I got
First
some
of all,
receipts.
You can go to any car dealer.
baby bands,
You go any car dealer and pull that up. I can pull a car up on my phone right now. We go through the
right. And hold on. He just bought that Audi on his page. So you telling me he can
My thing is
afford
this.
two $700 notes plus insurance? Please.
Why is he
He
buying
ain't
her a
doing that
car
good.
and
He
that's
ain't
his
doing
ex?
that good.
Where's her money at?
at
She
the
ain't
Bible
got no
study.
money. She said she been ride sharing for 6 years. In 6 years, she couldn't get up $1,500 for a down payment. Because her money probably hustling them dudes. That's probably her money. And Chris was gone.
And then
Chris ain't really got no money.
I heard from Layla Lynn's YouTube channel that
Uh-huh.
she had a miscarriage. So if that's true, that's sad. I pray that God, helps her because, a lot of people have miscarriages. But can we get that car back? Since you ain't had a baby, not to be mean, but you don't need that Mercedes.
Yeah, but Chris's page, I don't want to promote his page out here, but his IG is public, so he put that on his IG if you wanted to see it.
Well, what page should have said was, "Oh, thank God we
Well,
didn't merge our
I
money
saw it on
together."
Layla Lynn's YouTube channel.
Because she can't say nothing about him buying that woman a car because that was with his money. She better be glad her money is not intertwined with his, which is what she wanted on the honeymoon. Remember?
Ooh.
I know God really said, thank God he don't want to.
Emotion.
Because that probably would have, I think Paige would have snapped with our money. That would have been
No,
like,
she wouldn't. No, she probably would have talked her shit with the other people and the girls and the experts and all that. And when she get around him, okay, she is carrying your baby. That's how slow she is.
Right. Let's see.
The transportation.
He's cruel. He doesn't really tell him about himself and be done. He don't want that. He can't handle the truth, Dolores. He can't handle the truth.
every time somebody tells something about Chris, he run. I'm done talking about this. I'm like, how you gonna tell somebody all about what they doing, but then when they do it back to you,
And then wait, can we talk about he's claiming? And this is what I don't like. It's people out there who's really dealing with depression and anxiety, and he wanna over here talking about making up lies, talking about how he depressed since he got married. You're not depressed, and don't use that for your bullshit.
Right.
There's people out here really going through depression and stuff. That's another thing I don't like about him. I'm gonna lie.
Right.
Yeah.
My sister said hi, guys.
Hi, sister.
Hi, sister.
What's her name?
Her name is Rakaya.
How you doing,
Hi,
Rakaya?
Yeah.
I mean, he said he just did it since, he got married, but ever since 92, he hasn't been depressed.
Let me ask you a question. Who here, or even in the panel, is ages of 20 and 30. I know you are. You are?
Yeah, 20 and 30.
Okay, I'm waiting to see in the panel. Are you a millennial, Paul Print?
No, hon, I'm 57.
Oh, you didn't have to say, but okay. So that's my thing though. With and I don't want to stereotype, but it's gonna sound like it. Happy movie that when you're in a certain age group, you're supposed to, excuse me, close the gap every 5 years. You get higher and higher with maturity and intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
This is not happening for Chris, and he's still in his 20s, about to be 30. He is still acting like he's 16. You know what I'm saying? He has a maturity level of and that's being generous, because really I would say 12, but we'll go to 16 since he's sexually active. That's how he's acting. And so, that's why people in general, well, let me say specifically, that's why someone like myself, I'm only speaking for me, cannot even take advice from anyone in their 20s. You haven't lived long enough. You don't know enough about life. And I'm double your age, you know what I'm saying? And just by the way that you're talking, I can tell that you're immature. So why would I think that what you're saying is true and correct? Chris didn't convince me from the beginning. So how did this just goes all the way back? How did he convince all them that he was ready? And how is he still convincing Paige, who has a decent degree too? She's smart, she's educated, that's still falling for this nonsense.
Hey, look. Well, okay. What Paige is, my mom used to call them smart dummies. People who are book smart, but street smart, like they not street smart. I feel like Paige is like probably book smart, but when it comes to other stuff, she just slow. So forget all them degrees you got. You slow.
I'm telling you, her brother told us in the beginning, just like everybody family told everybody what was gonna happen from the jump. Vince's family said he had an anger issue. Brianna family said she bossy. Virginia family said she liked the party, and she liked the party. Chris family, what they
told
said,
him he wasn't ready.
They said if he don't like the way she looks,
it's gonna be a problem.
What wasn't that his grandma saying? I wasn't looking back in the day, and your granddaddy loved me, and see everybody family and Paige brothers said it. Now you done been through this before. Here come another God-fearing man. You'd have been a fool before. So right on schedule with the show.
Yeah, you're right. This is the first season
to piggyback on what you were saying, Mom. I do agree. Like I'm 22, but I was raised different. So when I speak and I talk, I have conversations with so many different people in different age rounds, and they tell me for my age, I have a different mindset than other people in my 20s around my age. They ain't talking, they ain't doing the stuff that I'm doing or how I think. I'm not perfect. We all have our own flaws, but and also I have talked to people that are older than me, and they just it's like, wow.
That's true. I mean, maturity happens at different times. And some people never mature. You just get older in age chronologically, but you don't mature. And that seemed like that's what happened with Chris. I'm not saying that I haven't met any 20-year-olds, because I have two 20-year-olds. And my daughter is very different than my son. Very. Read between the lines on that, y'all, just in case he watches. But then again, like I mentioned, the man at the pancake house in his 60s, how he was like acting like he was, you know what I'm saying? So that was the whole. It just depends on your maturity level. But Chris, you can tell when people are talking to you where they're at based on conversation. That's my whole point with that. So, anyways, I know I got off on a tangent. Just roll with it.
He's so cocky. He's so cocky. He thinks that no one can tell him or give him any type of advice that's going to benefit him.
Right.
So he has to get over that cockiness in order to grow.
But you know what's going to take? He needs a man that he respects that's going to tell him the truth. You ain't all that. You ain't all that. He needs somebody to pull up in a Bentley and just go out. Be like, that little Benz. You really think you did something with that little Subway? That's what he needs. He needs somebody to bring him down. Paige keep being nice. She been sparing him for the longest. Tell him the truth. You dress like a teenager. Who you think you are?
Oh, and then let's talk about how She writing down everything he's saying. What about your needs? What
I
about the
forgot all
time you
about
are
that. She
available?
was killing me with
She
that.
over writing down what time you're available. Oh, 8 o'clock. I'm like, excuse my language. I'm like, damn, you really are writing this down?
Yeah.
You basically a booty calling him. He only want to spend time with you after 8 o'clock. And 24 hours of a day, he only want to spend after 8 o'clock with you. Something to ring in your head. He doing something else in them other hours. He only want to talk to be around me after 8.
He's with Mercedes after those hours. You know where he's at.
But if she calls him on it, he'll say something like, "Oh, but don't she work during the day?" He'll say something like that, just to get her off of him. He's always gonna have an excuse. He does.
And then what type of Bible study was that? I mean, did you got a scripture? And you got a scripture. You say you went to Bible study. You in the Bible study. I'm like, damn, can you somebody just. And then here she goes. She goes and get her Bible. I want her to sit in her damn seat and let him look up a scripture on his doggone phone.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's the one that suggested that. So you should have came with the chicken in the Bible.
That's what I said. Yep.
He didn't want
And she's
to.
going to look up Isaiah 55. I'm telling you, the Lord has a headache. He like, stop mentioning me, my daughter. Stop mentioning me, my daughter. Stop mentioning me, my daughter. The Lord and my vows. And I'm not new to this. I'm true to this type of chick. Girl, you are dumb to this. I swear Mindy was so smart.
Yeah, Mindy.
God
She
has
ain't doing nothing. Like she's literally. I don't know if teenagers watch this, but I'm pretty much sure these clips are going viral of her being slow. And it's like she's not setting an example for. I don't know. She just.
Well,
Where's her family? Where's her mama?
is that the one that Mindy, is that the one where Zach was trying to talk to her friend?
Yeah.
Yeah. She wasn't having that. She was like, they both lying too.
Yeah, but Zach didn't live there though. But Zach didn't pretend either. He didn't pretend.
He didn't.
So I was just like, whatever. But yeah.
So at this point, like I said, Chris can do whatever he wants to do, and he get whatever he wants to get. Go ahead, brother, do you? Cause she don't got me in her back no more.
Are you guys still fans of Brianna and Vincent? I still like them. I just feel like they got some hiccups in their relationships. A lot of people are losing. Like a lot of people are not liking him anymore. I still like them.
I still like them, but he needs to get it together. You know, she shouldn't have to walk on eggshells around him.
Right.
She shouldn't have to keep doing things that makes him comfortable, that doesn't make him look a certain way. Like if we do something new and you don't like it or whatever, like she shouldn't have to worry about what he's gonna say or do. Like that's the issue in that relationship. But I do think that earlier they can make it long term.
I don't think long term. I think they can make it through their experiment, but after that, I don't think it's gonna work.
Yeah.
Just because of how he acts to things. Like no one wants to be around someone like that all the time.
That's true.
Cassandra, remember a lot of people like me, we didn't have faith in Beth and Jamie, and look where they are now.
I still don't. Just because they're together doesn't mean I trust the process. I still don't believe in Karen and Miles. And they're still together too. I'm just waiting for the day. It could be 10 years.
Karen and Miles probably trying to. They figured out they're gonna get them followers.
10 years from now, I knew it. I told you 10 years ago they weren't gonna make it. That don't count 10 years.
Oh, Karen and Miles is probably so glad that there is a Chris and Paige, so people can stop talking about them. Oh, they so glad.
Yes, but that's also keeping the last season with their 15 minutes of fame, because usually your 15 minutes ends when the new season starts, but not this season.
I feel like this season is going to be talked about, and I feel like Chris is going to try to get on some more reality shows when it's over.
I hope not. I haven't seen him or his daddy no more, or his mom.
He just went to Temptation Island. He should have went there.
He should have went there. That would have been even more of a mess with them.
Temptation Island.
Yeah, Temptation Island. He should have went on there.
I don't know where he should have went, but this wasn't it.
No, this definitely was
I
not.
don't know how he got past the experts and the producers talking like that. Like,
I
oh
don't
my
think
god.
He's a good talker. He is a good talker. You can tell. He
Yeah, but
tells
you can't fool
people.
everybody though. There's three
Yeah.
experts. You can't fool all three. You might get one, but you might get two, but you can't get all three. Because who said that? I know Dr. Pepper, I read that she said that he wasn't like that. Dr. Viviana said he wasn't like that. But Pastor Cal said, he may have seen something and they voted him on over him or something. So you can't fool everybody.
Well, didn't he have an argument with Jamie, the one that does Unfiltered? Because there was something on social media with the two of them. They was going at it.
Oh,
Oh,
I didn't see that.
I
Chris,
saw.
Chris
Pastor
and
Cal.
Jamie, the one that
Oh,
hosts Unfiltered.
can he get in trouble? He shouldn't be talking unless the season's over. Why is he talking and getting into arguments with people and his season is still airing? Isn't that against the contract?
it is. Hold on. I spoiled both of my kids, and I think that's the issue today, honestly. So I did. That's
Yeah,
real
because
tough.
I think they were dragging each other on social media, both of them.
Yeah,
Mm.
so too. I don't know. So go ahead.
I mean, what do you think is going to happen with next week's episode? Because I'm just like, is it going to be another filler episode? Can we get some more family on here, please? Something. We need
I,
some sort of substance.
I think
I
it's gonna be
can't
a
wait for
filler.
Claire to because I guess Claire said she gonna give it 6 months if he don't say he love her. She out. I want to
Yes.
see if she really gonna be about her words.
Oh, did she
She
say
gonna be
that?
out on decision day.
Yeah, she said that. She
Oh
definitely said.
wow. Oh,
Mhm.
I missed that. I missed that.
I think she's talking to a friend or somebody, but she said that. Yeah. So,
Wow.
Dante,
She mean that. She mean that.
Huh?
I asked you, what'd you say? I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh, I said she gonna be out by decision day. I don't know what that 6 months thing coming from. She ain't gonna make it past 6 months with him.
Oh, I don't
He
know.
boring. He just boring. I'm sorry. He just
Yes.
boring. He an old man. He need a boring old person too that like knitting and sitting next to him. They boring. He
So
don't
you
want to do
think he's more
nothing.
boring? You think he's more
Thank
boring
you,
than
Dewan.
Jacob?
No,
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
think
Yes.
Jacob is boring. She is just
He is
No, we're
boring.
like,
No,
yes.
Jacob is
Yes.
boring. Jacob is boring.
Jacob's
she
boring.
boring too though. She don't have no personality. It's nothing
Okay,
about.
look, I
Is
feel
she
like with
funny?
Haley,
No. Please, he funny. She don't have nothing going on. We ain't laughing at Haley. Ain't nothing
I feel
about
like
her
with
fun. The
Haley,
funniest thing about
she
her is that
not
ugly dog.
she not being herself because I feel like if Haley around other people, she gonna be herself, and I feel like she not being herself around him. Even though I don't like her but I just feel like we don't know
No,
how
I
she
think
is.
she
Uh,
is. I think she
who-
is being herself when she's around him, and she's not being herself when she's around her friends because she says
Okay.
what she thinks they want to hear. But when
right.
she's
Oh,
around him, her true feelings come out, and he's like, "Okay, can we hold hands? No. Can we hug? No. Can we spoon? No." So
Right.
Right.
I
Who
think
did she?
she's
Who did she
true.
go hang with out of all the people? Stupid Paige.
Yes.
You gonna hang with Paige? What y'all got to talk about? What y'all
Well,
talking
Paige
about?
seemed like she was fun in the beginning. Now it's just like,
Now she, her and her God, cause she ain't serving the same one. I'm
I
serving.
can
Ain't no
swear,
way.
like
I don't know what
I can
church
tell
that
how they.
is. That's one of them
Yeah.
churches where the people be blind and they walk in and the pastor be like, "Look, he can see." That's one of them
that be
churches.
on
It gotta.
EBT in the middle of the night.
Don't call out
And,
BB.
and
I feel like
when did
Paige.
they get so close? When did they get so close? I missed that.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I feel like Paige is trying to seek for a friend because maybe Brianna, it's like me. She's that friend. Bitch, I'm done talking to you about that. I'm done.
Yeah, yeah, I
No,
got you.
I feel like
No.
Brianna got a
I feel like
husband.
Brianna
She
done.
working on
I
her
feel like
own
Brianna done
stuff.
talking
That's
to
what
her.
it is. She ain't got time for Paige. And Paige is already too far gone. Ain't nothing you could tell her. Kristen did
Yeah,
everything you can do that's leavable. She won't
right.
leave. I'm not about to first of all, they ain't friends. We on the show friends. Once it's over, it's a wrap.
Yeah, and
I
probably
think
Brianna is probably looking at her like from one sister to another. I can't help you.
well,
I
that
can't
too.
help you.
not only is Brianna probably looking at her like that too, but she already knows that Vinny is not going to let her stay out late because anytime she's ever been somewhere, she's like, "Oh, I got to get home."
Yeah, that's true.
She's not about that. She got to be at the house.
She got her play. She got her hands full herself. She don't got time to be
right. She got a roller coaster. She ain't got enough time to deal with another roller coaster. She already got to come home and step on eggshells all day long.
Mm-hmm.
She don't want to go home and then he be all red and pink and be packing up.
So I guess Haley is the only one that actually can spend time with her because Brianna got her hands full. Vodka, she just drinking and texting what's his face, Eric. And then so Haley is the only one that don't want to be around her husband. So so she would be the perfect choice to hang out with her.
There we go.
Question, Romeo, I don't think none of them gonna be friends. They don't. It's not like friend. That group is not a group. Don't none of them got nothing in common. For real, the black people the only thing the black people got in common is they black.
Right.
Everybody is in different fields of work. They probably don't even live by each other. Atlanta different. Like that's something they gonna be friends for life because of the experience. Like when they see each other, hey girl, hey, that ain't gonna be nothing. They ain't gonna be like Karen and Woody and all them. And they only friends because Miles and Woody was already friends.
Right.
To be real, they ain't really no people on this show that became best buddies, but the lonely people.
Yeah.
Right.
Like Mika and who Mika she be hanging out with when Amber was lonely. I think they became friends.
Yeah,
I think all those women from that season they got tattoos with the season on it. I think they all did.
I remember that.
That's doing the most.
Yeah, but that's different though. You got to think this is through quarantine, so it's so much stuff they can't really do. Like they went to Vegas together. It ain't like they can go back to Vegas and now they went to Mexico. That's an experience. You're not saying Vegas ain't no experience, but it ain't no Mexico.
You see us looking at you?
Vegas ain't no Mexico.
Anyway, you're right. It's not Mexico, but I know what you're saying. But let me just say, because we're about to wrap this up and give you an update as well. What I'm looking forward to next week is, the show don't feel like it's on for 5 hours because it's a long show to watch people who is going to keep doing the same thing.
Right.
It's me. Like it makes it long. Like, if we didn't review it, I would be skipping through it, but I can't because I got to watch it. So to bring it to you guys, it's just long. It's drawn out. Honestly, what's going to happen? We know what's going to happen. Paige and Chris going to play basketball. They'll probably be upset because after the basketball, he's going to ghost her. We know that Claire and Ryan's not having sex. Eric and Virginia going to do something that's got to do around an activity, and she's going to have a drink in her hand. And Haley and Jacob are going to fall out. I mean, episode 11. I just told you. Well, it depends on what activity they do.
I was trying to figure out.
Yeah, I think he's supposed to take on a boat or something like that.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wi-Fi. Then the next episode, them two, they get hey, Vinny. She get back to talking that little sweet little baby voice.
Yeah, for now. So something she say something on the boat that's like, what?
Yeah, she better be careful. He might throw her over in the water.
Yeah, so that's crazy. But we want to thank everyone for joining us. We know it's late for a lot of you on the East Coast.
Mm-hmm.
We'll not be having a after show next Thursday, but we will be going live on Sunday, March 28th.
Okay.
For
at the same time?
No. On a Sunday? No. We're thinking about 5 p.m. Eastern. Well, yeah, I guess so. 5 p.m. Eastern on a Sunday.
Oh, yeah. I'll be in my regular clothes. I'll be at home.
Okay. So we have birthdays coming up. I have a granddaughter. Her birthday is next week. My son's birthday is next week. And Cassandra's birthday is next week. So that's why we will not be.
Happy birthday, Cassandra. What you turning? Is you turning 25?
Yeah, I'm
she'll be 25.
Oh, that's a milestone. Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Like Virginia, turning up at the hotels.
Yeah, but we live there. So it's not like you can just
Not
drive down
Virginia.
Some
the
people in
Uber on
Virginia
the street. They have to carry the Uber down the road. It's not a big deal. Ooh, Vegas. But
I didn't know you was a grandma.
yes, my son made me a grandmother a few years back, so I have a granddaughter.
Well, congratulations. Tell everybody happy birthday.
Thank you. All their birthdays are within like 6 days apart. So her birthday is
Oh,
actually
geez.
My
yes.
niece's birthday is next Wednesday, the 25th. She'll be 17.
Okay. So yeah,
Yeah.
so it's the 25th for my granddaughter, the 31st for my son, and the 2nd for my daughter. So
Oh, cool.
busy. But we will do it
Yes.
on Sunday the 28th. We'll have a regular view up next week and then live the following Sunday.
And we're gonna have other people come on Sunday too.
If they want. You guys
Yeah.
come too. We appreciate your support. We really
Of
do.
course. We love your guys' comments. Thank you for always coming and showing up and supporting us. We really, really, really appreciate it.
And friend to tell a friend, we'll be giving a giveaway once we reach 1,500 subscribers and 2,000 subscribers. It'll be a $50 gift card.
Just over here thinking. Just
Well, we're trying to get there. We're trying to expand to do different. So tell a friend to tell a friend about our channel.
yeah,
So
but also, do you guys still watch Ready to Love?
Yeah, I'm waiting for it. I see the new season. I'm waiting.
No, I don't watch that show anymore.
I never watched it.
Oh, well, you missing out. That's the show.
April?
That's better than this show.
Friday, April 2nd, which is actually our birthday. So we won't have a review up that day. It'll be up probably that Sunday. But we're going to review that show, Ready to Love Houston. And then, too, the funny thing is when Meredith...
They're back in Houston?
I'm sorry. Wait, where was I? Oh, okay. My bad. It's going to be Meredith First Night Houston. But wherever they are, I hope it's a different season. Like, we just want a different season, new people who aren't pregnant and stuff like that, as you know, Devontae.
Yeah, because at the end, nephew Tommy was like, this going to be the first time and Ready to Love. I wonder what they doing different.
Yeah, we'll see.
Oh.
So, but
Patrice, she can be on with you, Devontae. Yeah.
Oh, awesome. But again, thank you all so much. I know I say it the way, but I really say it. Thank you so much for watching. We won't have, like I said, next Thursday. It'll be the following Sunday. We'll put it up next week so you guys will know what time it is. So it's 5 o'clock, okay, Eastern time, or you need an earlier time?
That's cool. I get off at 4.
That's perfect.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, thank y'all for
All right, turn up for your birthday.
Bye.
Plan on it.
Yes.
We'll show pictures.
Fun.
Thank you. Happy birthday to your niece too.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Take care, everybody.
Okay. Good night.
Good night. Good night.